So welcome to the Tuesday night class. It's great to see you all here. Thanks for coming. Tonight we're going to start with a short breathing exercise where we look at a breath that's called Nadi Shodhana, which is the alternate breath. Okay, and this is a type of breath that tends to balance out the functioning of the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere of the brain. It's also very good just for cleansing the sinuses. So we'll do it nice and slow. At the very end of practice today, we will also practice, but with counting, going a little bit longer than we usually do. All right. So start with your right hand. This is my right hand, so I'm not mirroring you. Okay, your right hand. That's it, Richard. Show me your right hand. Perfect. And we cross the right arm in front of the body, and you'll close off with your two middle fingers, the ring and the middle finger. You'll close off the left nostril. See if you can close off the nostril just below the bone, okay? Just below the bone of the nose. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril. Then close off the right nostril just below the bone as well, and breathe out through the left nostril. And again, you'll breathe in through the left. You'll close off the left and breathe out through the right. And again, we breathe in through the right. Slowly, we close off, breathe out through the left. Breathing in through the left. Close off, out through the right. One more time, in through the right. Close off, out through the left. In through the left. And bring your hand down, breathe out through both nostrils. We'll be doing this breath again at the very end of our practice, just before we go into relaxation, okay? When we do this breath at the end, we'll be doing it counting. So we'll do it very slowly and take your time with it. Don't worry if you screw up right or left, you just pick it back up where you left off, okay? Good. Just now, let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face. So it's like you're getting ready for your evening. Shake your hands out. And this is a nice little practice to do at the beginning of practice and at the end. So let's do it again. Rub our hands together again and bring it over your face. Just like you're washing your face clean of your day, getting rid of your day, and you're going to start your evening. Shake your hands out once more. Good. All right. I'd like you to get on your mat now with your pillow or your block. So we'll lie down on our backs. The pillow or block will be placed underneath your upper back. So the way we lie down, we have the upper back lifted up off the floor. Our arms lie to either side of us. Now, if you can let your head tilt back and rest on the floor, that's great. If it's too much for the neck, however, maybe you just want to place your hands behind your head like a pillow and open your elbows and you hold your head. The goal here is to open up the front of the body, to open the thorax. Okay, so the chest opens and the front ribs open, and there's curve in the upper back that we want to just flatten out a little bit. So just take some deep breaths here, either holding your head or bringing your arms out by your sides, palms facing skyward. The knees stay bent for the moment. As you breathe in, see if you can expand the fronts of the ribs. And as you breathe out, you release the fronts of the ribs. They sink back downwards towards the abdomen. As much as possible, let the breath go in and out of the nose. So avoid breathing through the mouth. In and out of the nose. 2 more breaths. One more. Now bring your hands behind your head. Lift your head up off of the floor, or lifting it up if you had your hands already behind your head. We'll roll to the right-hand side of the pillow. Push the pillow behind you. We're going to use it later. And roll back down onto your back. Stretch your legs onto the floor. Taking a deep breath in, let's raise our arms over our heads, reaching from fingers to toes. As you breathe out, bring your right knee up to your chest and hold it up against the chest. Make a nice big circle with the foot right now. So we're releasing any tension that gets built up in the ankle and the foot during the day. Change the direction of the circle. Perfect. Now, shake the foot a little bit so you relax it, and then flex the foot as much as possible. The toes pull towards the knee. Grab behind the thigh. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, stretch the leg as straight as possible to the sky. Breathe in, bend the knee. Breathing out, stretch the leg straight. Again, breathe in, bend the knee. Breathing out, stretch it straight. We'll do this one more time. Breathing in, breathing out, stretch it straight, and then rebend the knee. Perfect. Let's grab the knee and let the knee fall out towards the right-hand side of the mat. Left hand goes onto the left hip, and it's opening the front of the body, opening as well the hips. Take some deep breaths here. Then raise the knee back up. Keep the same knee, and we'll let it cross over to the left-hand side of our mat. Shoulders are down, and you get a little twist into the back, the low back, and the mid back. Couple deep breaths here. You can keep your head neutral. Then rolling back onto the back. Keep that right knee bent. Squeeze the knee to the chest. Lift your head, touch the nose to the knee. And then we'll relax, bring the head down, stretch your leg onto the floor. Deep breath in, raise your arms over your head, stretching from fingers to toes. And let's breathe out, bring the left knee to the chest. Hold on to the knee, pull it towards you. And make that big circle with the foot. So releasing any tension in the ankle or in the toes or the foot itself. Good. Change the direction of the circle. Shake the foot a little bit to relax the foot and ankle, and flex your foot as much as possible. Grab behind the thigh. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, straighten the leg. Breathing in, bend the knee. Breathing out, straighten. So we do 4 total. Again, breathing in, bending. Breathing out, straightening. One more time. Rebend the knee, and we'll grab the knee with the left hand. Allow the knee to fall to your left. Keep the right hand on the right hip to keep the right hip down. So we don't want to roll onto our left-hand side. We want to stay on our backs. Opening up the inner thigh of the left leg, opening up the hip as well. Then we raise the knee back up, and we're going to let the knee fall to the right. Switch hands, let the knee go to the right-hand side of your mat, shoulders down, and get that twist into the mid-back. We'll roll back onto our backs, the knee nicely to the chest. Lift the head, nose to the knee. And we'll relax down, stretching the leg out onto the floor. Take a deep breath in again, raise the arms over the head, point your toes, lengthen out tips of the fingers to tips of the toes, and then raise both knees up to the chest. Rock from side to side. Coming back to center, lift your head, nose between the knees, lowering the head down. Stretch your right arm to your right ear, and let's roll all the way to the right-hand side. Lift yourself up from the side. Good. Swing your legs around, and you'll come up onto your hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So the knees should be hip width, and the hands shoulder width. We're going to do a little bit of an engagement with the arms. You need to dial your hands out just a bit, because there's going to be weight on the hands and arms. So you feel them as if they're dialing out, and you should feel that there's an engagement into the arms and shoulders. Take a deep breath in, curl your spine, look skyward, and breathe out, look to your belly button. Round the spine. Breathing in, curling, look skyward. Breathing out, rounding, look to your belly button. 2 more times. Breathing in, breathing out. And once more. Let's breathe in and breathing out. Bring your body back to a flat back. Open your knees as wide as the mat and your big toes touch. We're going to do a flowing breath with a movement of the spine. It's like a wave movement of the spine. So as you breathe out, you'll round your spine, allow your hips to sink backwards towards the heels. As you breathe in, look forward, bring your chin close to the floor, and you'll lift back up onto your hands and knees. Breathing out, sink back towards your heels. Belly goes in tightly. Breathing in, you curl the back forwards, rising back up, straight arms. And again, 2 more times. Breathe out, sink back. Breathing in, move forward. Breathing out, sink back. Breathing in, moving forward. And come back to a flat back. Now we're going to reverse this movement. Knees stay wide, big toes touching. You're going to breathe out and move forward. And then breathe in, get your chin close to the floor, and move back with the curled back. Breathe out, round the spine, moving forward. Breathing in, curl and move back towards the heels. And again, breathe out, moving forward. Breathing in, curl back. 2 more times. Breathing out and in. Last one. Breathe out, moving forward. And breathe in, sink back, and stay in child's pose. Your forehead can come to the floor. You could also place your hands underneath your forehead and rest here. You could also stretch your arms out in front of you, forehead towards the floor, and rest here. Take a few deep, slow breaths and allow the low back to release, the hips, the neck and the head relax on the floor or on your hands. Press your palms down, lift your head, come up onto the knees, and gently, 1 foot at a time, tuck the toes under until you come into a downward facing dog pose. In your down dog, begin bending the right knee, let the hips go to the side, then the left knee, let the hips go to the side, and you just sort of work it out here, working out the legs. Then straightening both legs. We're going to take a deep breath in, move gently into a plank position. Be sure your hands are dialing out so you've got the engagement of the arms. Push back to downward facing dog. And again, breathing in, move into a plank position. Belly is in, head is lifted. Breathe out to down dog. 2 more times. Breathe into a plank position. Belly in, head lifted. Breathe out, down dog. Last one. Move into that plank position. Lower your knees and lower your chest down between your hands. Pointing your toes, lengthen the legs behind you. Dialing the hands out. We're going to do 5 cobras. So the first one's very small. Deep breath in, cobra. Breathing out, come back down. A little bit bigger this time. Breathe in. Breathing out. Again, a little bit bigger. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now, nice big cobra. Breathing in. And breathing out. Push up onto the hands and knees. The right hand will come off the mat. Left hand on top. Press your hips back towards your heels. Feel the stretch down the left-hand side of the body and just breathe deeply here. You can let your head rest on your left arm if you wish. Raise the head and we change sides. Hands come off the left-hand side of the mat. Right hand on top. Press your hips back to your heels. The head rests on the right arm. Coming back, open your knees up and let your arms slide right through the knees towards the heels. If you can, bring the head down to the floor. If not, you just lift, the head is lifted up and you hold it there. 3 breaths. Curling the spine, tuck the chin in, rise up. Come up onto your knees. Set the strongest leg in front of you. So for me, it's my right leg. Hands onto the thighs, and you'll rise up to a standing position. Good. Shake your legs out a bit. Shake the arms out a bit. And step forward to the front edge of your mat. Find your perfect posture. So you should have your chest lifted. You should have your hips back a little bit. You've got a little curve at the low back. That's natural. The feet dial out so that the legs are engaged. Shoulders are back. Ribs lifted. Chin parallel to the floor. Okay? We're going to be doing a special movement, a special flow. It's like a sun salutation, much slower. Hands come to your heart center. From here, take a deep breath in and you'll raise your arms up to the sky. As you breathe out, I want you to lean to your right. Keep the legs strong. Just lean over to the side. Come back up as you breathe in. And then breathe out. Hands come to the heart center and you fold. You bend at your knees. You bend at the hips. And the hands come all the way down to the floor. Now we'll gently step our right leg back. Gently step it back. And if you'd like, lower the knee to the floor. Set your right hand down to the floor and raise your left arm. A little twist to your left. Bring the hands back down again to the floor. You'll tuck the back toes under. Raise the knee. And I want you to turn both feet to your right. So it's a straddled position. All toes are pointing towards the right-hand side of your mat. Fold yourself forward. See if you can grab your ankles and let the crown of your head fall down towards the floor. Then turn your toes out, bend your knees, hands come to your thighs, and lift up your chest. You're in a wide open squat. Raise your arms out to the sides. Then stretching your legs, turn your palms forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades, open up the chest, and this is called star pose. It's like you're in a five-pointed star position. Now you'll turn your left foot forward. You'll raise your right arm, and you'll bring both hands down to the floor and step back to the plank position. Lift your chin. Lower your knees down slowly. Lower your chest down to the floor. Pointing your toes, lengthen out your legs, squeeze the shoulder blades, rise up to a little cobra position, and push back to downward facing dog. Hold here for 3 deep, slow breaths. See if you can lower the heels as far as possible. Stretch your arms and dial your hands out as much as possible, lengthening out the backs of the legs, lengthening the spine. Looking to your hands, begin taking small steps forward until you reach the front edge of your mat. Once you're there, take a halfway lift, lifting the spine, lifting the chest, then folding yourself over your legs. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows up, bend your knees, lift your chin, chest, come all the way up to standing, and release the arms by your sides. Once again, find that perfect posture, dialing the feet out, hips back a little bit, ribs lifted, shoulders back, chin parallel to the floor. Hands come to our heart center. Deep breath in, raise the arms up. This time we lean to our left. As we breathe out, lean over just as a side bend. Breathing in, rise back up. And then we gently fold. We bend at the knees, we bend at the hips, we fold right forward till the hands come to the floor. Send your left leg back into that lunge position. The back knee can come down. Your left hand goes to the floor, and you gently raise your right arm to the sky into a twist, looking skyward. Good. Bring the hand down. Lift the back knee. And we'll turn to our left now, turning both feet, and you're in that wide straddle position. Hands are down or on the ankles. Let your crown of your head come down towards the floor. Then releasing this by bending the knees, you can set your hands down, turn the heels in, set your hands on your thighs now, and lift the chest until you're in that open squat. Arms by your sides, palms facing the floor to start. Then we straighten the legs, turn the palms forward, squeeze your shoulder blades, open the chest, star pose. Releasing this, turn your right foot forward, raise the left arm, and bring the hands down at the front edge of the mat for a plank position. Lowering your knees down. Lower your chest down slowly. Point your toes, lengthening the legs. Let's rise up to a little cobra. And push yourself back to down dog. Stay there and breathe 3 deep, slow breaths. Looking to your hands, begin taking baby steps forward until you reach the front edge of your mat. Come to a halfway lift to lengthen out your spine as far as possible. And then fold yourself forward. Hands come to your hips, elbows up, bend your knees. Lift your chin, chest, pushing down through the feet until you rise to a standing position and you find that perfect posture, arms by your sides. Lift the chest. Okay. From here, clasp your hands together behind you and stretch your arms as straight as possible. Lift the chin, lift the chest, and go back. In this position, be absolutely sure you are dialing your feet out and you've got that natural curve in the low back, okay? Pressing down through your feet, lift and open the chest even more. If it's too much for the neck, look forward instead of looking back. Okay, now everyone look forward in this position. Bend your knees, keep your arms here, and fold forward, raising the arms way, way, way over the head. Now you can completely relax the neck. Keep the knees slightly bent and we hold here. Releasing this, bring your hands down to the earth. Okay, we're going to step our right leg back as far as possible into a lunge position. I recommend doubling up your mat and laying the right knee down on the doubled up part of the mat. So that's the padded part of the mat. Release the back foot so you can point the toes behind you. Let your hips sink forward. One hand at a time on the front thigh. Push against the front thigh to lift your chest. Okay? So we're here in this lunge position, stretching out the front of the thigh as well as the front of the hip flexor. This part of the body gets very closed off and tight if we're sitting all day. So it's super important to stretch it out. Raise your right arm and bring the right arm over the knee. Begin twisting, setting the left hand onto the hip and continue twisting to look behind you, sinking the hips down and forward. A couple of deep breaths here, in and out. Gently unwind, looking forward. Hands come down to the earth, pressing your hips back. Your hips go over your heel and your toes stay on the floor. Allow yourself to fold over the leg. The nose goes down towards the knee or beyond the knee. If you can, keep the toes down on the floor. This is a very different stretch from usual. Take some deep, slow breaths here. Rebend the front knee. Tuck the back toes under so you can lift the back knee and set your mat flat. From here, raise your left leg up, up, up into down dog as high as possible, bending the knee, open the hip. You're just releasing those postures. Hold for a moment. 3, 2, 1. Straighten the leg. Bring the foot back down to the floor and move your body into that plank position that we know and love. So the hips are down, hands are dialing out, belly is in, chin is lifted. Hold for 5. The belly flattens out against the low back. Super good core work. Holding 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Release the legs. Stretch your arms behind you, stretching the hands behind you. Lift your head, chest, arms, and your legs. Hold 3, 2, 1. Bring everything down. Hands under the shoulders. Push up onto the hands and knees. Tucking the toes, take your downward facing dog. And perhaps pedaling your feet right and left to release and let go. Good job, everybody. Looking to the hands. Begin taking baby steps forward till you reach the front edge of your mat. Bend your knees, hands onto the thighs. Now, I don't do this very often, but round your spine, pull the belly in, and you're gonna roll up to standing very, very slowly. Keep the belly in as you roll up. And once you're all the way up, relax the shoulders and arms. Lift your chest, chin parallel to the floor. Good. Now we're gonna do the other side. Hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms. Breathing out, fold forward. Send your left leg behind you as far as possible. Double up the mat and lower your left knee down to the floor. Release the left foot, you can point the toes, hips sink forward. One hand at a time on the front thigh. You lift the chest, push away from the front thigh. So you got that stretch down the front of the left hip as well as the front of the left thigh. Raise your left arm. We'll cross it over, bringing it to the right knee. Right hand to the hip. And turn to look over your right shoulder. Hips are down and forward. Deep breaths here. Good job. Unwind slowly. Setting the hands down, press your hips back. So now you've got the foot down, toes are down, straighten your right leg as much as possible and lean forward over your right leg. The nose can go towards the knee or even lower than the knee. And we hold here. Rebend the right knee. Tuck the back toes under. Lift up the back knee. Setting your hands down. Get ready for down dog. Raising the right leg up. Up it goes. Bend the knee, open the hip. You can look underneath your right arm. Get that release through the hips and the low back. Holding 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back down. From here, move into that plank position, once again, that we know and love. Hips are down, head is lifted. Staying there, belly in. I'm going to come and have a look. Stay here. 5. Super, super good core work. If you need to lower the knees, you can. 4. Hold on to it. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Everybody lower down onto your tummy. Good job. Good, good job. Move your hips from side to side to release and let go. And just take a little rest here. Just let go. All right. Stretch your arms alongside your body. Thumbs are pointing down, pinky fingers point up. So you're in a position on your tummy like this, with the thumbs down towards the floor, pinky fingers pointing up. From here, raise your head, chest, shoulders, and arms. Up they go. And then perhaps raise your legs if it's comfortable. Lengthen out the neck. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Squeeze the backs of the legs as well. Squeeze your glutes. Holding on. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Hands under the forehead. And just rest, letting go. You can move your hips from side to side if you wish. Okay, remember that pillow? I want you to push onto your hands and knees, coming all the way up. And I want you to take your pillow. You could use a block if you wish, if it's comfortable enough for you to use a block. Richard, you may use the 2 blocks if you wish, but you need to get them set up well. So you're going to come down onto your blocks or onto your pillow with the hip bones on the pillow, okay? So your hips are lifted up off the floor. You'll bring your chest and head down onto the floor. All right? So it's a position you need to find your comfort. Move it around a little bit if you need to get it at the right spot, just so that the hips are lifted. Stretch your legs on the floor and point the toes. You can have your head down or lifted if you prefer. Taking a deep breath in, raise both legs up off the floor. And you should feel they get up pretty high here. Squeeze the glutes and hold them here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your legs down. Set your hands under your shoulders. Push up onto the hands and knees. You can keep the pillow where it is, and you sink back, setting your head and hands on the pillow, and just let the low back stretch out. Very, very good posture, and nice to do this counter posture to let the low back stretch out. Lifting back up, slide the pillow to the side, swing your legs around, and come to a seated position in the middle of your mat. Grabbing behind the thighs, let's pull the belly in and roll down onto the back. Nice and easy. Okay. Elbows into the floor. Head is down, squeeze your shoulder blades. Raise your hips up so you got your glutes working and the quadriceps working to get the hips up. Lengthen out your neck at the same time. Take a few deep breaths here. Now you'll walk your feet in towards each other. Raise your right knee up and stretch the leg to the sky. And we'll do little presses towards the sky. So push a little higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right foot back down. Reset your feet nicely and hold here for a moment before doing the left. Get the hips up, feel the thighs engaging. And here we go with the left leg up. Point the toes, stretch the leg long. Little presses, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the foot back down. Hips are up. Squeeze the glutes tight. Now raise your arms over your head, lengthening out. Very, very slowly bring one vertebra at a time on the ground. Very, very slowly. One vertebra at a time. And once the back is all the way onto the ground, bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Keep the arms behind you and just take deep, slow breaths. Now we're going to lift our knees up. And I want you to bring your hands onto your thighs. Okay. Pull your belly in nice and tight and raise the right leg. Keeping the right hand on the thigh, I want you to push against the thigh and you resist by pulling the thigh against the hand. This is going to contract the abdominal muscles. So you'll hold 10, pull the belly in tight, 9, 8, 7, belly is in, everything's strong, 6, put that pressure, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot back down. Other leg. Raise your left leg. Put the pressure of the hand against the thigh. Pulling the thigh towards you. Belly is in. Holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot back down. Set both hands underneath your hips. Raise both legs up to the sky, toes pointed. We're going to lower our legs, controlling with the abdominal muscles. Go as far as is comfortable. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Stop when it's too much. If you feel the low back pulling, please stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, wherever you got to, if it's very low, that's great. You're going to slowly rise back up also for 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Grab a hold of the knees. Good job. Rock from side to side and relax. Open your arms wide and let both knees first go to your left. So out to the left, you turn your head to the right. Take some deep breaths here. Raising one knee at a time, let's change sides. The knees go to the right, the head goes to the left. And you rest here. Having your knees at the right, just roll to your right-hand side and lift yourself up from the side. Taking your pillow, sit on your pillow, legs crossed in front of you. Lift up through the chest. Let's bring our right arm up and over the head to the upper back. Left arm reaches behind and see if you can grab the fingers. Hold the position, closing your eyes. 3 deep breaths. Release the arms. Roll the shoulders a couple of times before changing sides. Left arm comes up over the head. Right arm reaches behind and see if you can grab the fingers and hold the position. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Release. Relax your shoulders, rolling them a few times. Now, setting your left hand on the left thigh, join the index and the thumb, and I prefer that you have the palm of the hand down. Right arm comes across your body, and we do Nadi Shodhana, that alternating breath. Close off your left nostril and breathe in through the right. Close off the right, breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Closing off the left, breathe out through the right. Now we begin counting. Breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close and change. Breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close and change. Breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Close and change. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close and change. We're going to add on. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. Hold your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. Close both. 4, 3. This is breath control. 2, 1. Breathing out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Close and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your hand down and breathe out and relax. Take deep breaths. Breath control is considered controlling the energy in your body, controlling the flow of prana. And scientifically speaking, it's very good for the breathing muscles in the rib cage, the diaphragm, and the transversus muscle. If you have your eyes closed, you can open your eyes. Come off your pillow And we're going to lie down gently onto our backs. Stretch your legs on the floor. Cover yourself if you need to. If you have a scarf or a blanket to cover yourself. Turn your palms of your hands to the sky. Allow yourself to breathe naturally and slowly. Just allow the flow of air in and out of the body. And just now, bring your attention to your feet. And imagine that your feet are breathing. And with each breath out, your feet and your ankles relax, becoming even more relaxed. Imagine that your legs are breathing. And with each breath out, they relax even more, letting go of any tension. Then your hips and your abdomen, breathing and letting go of tension. The tummy and the chest, middle and upper back, breathing along with you and letting go of any tension. The shoulders, the arms, and the hands. Allow the tension just to flow out of you, feeling yourself relaxed and softening. The neck and the throat, the jaw, all of the muscles in the face. All of the muscles on the head, behind the ears. Softening and letting go. Now, keeping that softness and that relaxed sensation, take 3 deep, slow breaths. And begin moving your fingers, begin moving your toes. And let's raise our arms over the head and stretch from fingers to toes, lengthening out the body. When you're ready, lifting your knees to your chest, pull the knees in towards the chest. Rock a bit from side to side, stretching your right arm to your right ear. Roll all the way to your right hand side. And setting your hands down, push into the floor to lift yourself from the side to a seated position. Good. All right. Let's rub our hands together, just like we did in the beginning of class. Raising the energy in the hands, let's bring it over the face. Tap around the eyes and shake your hands out. You're just getting ready to finish off your evening before bed. Let's go. Rub our hands together again. Keep your relaxed state, keep your soft state. Bring the hands over the face. There's a strength and a power in being relaxed. Shake your hands out in front of you. And let's bring our hands together at the heart center. And I wish you all lots of strength and power in your relaxed state. Have a lovely evening. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. Well done, everybody. Good job.